now then, lads. Obviously, I said last night to George that I'll do a quick video on this and why I was sort of struggling with it. So I'll just switch to 2. So obviously that's the point of interest. That is what it is. So what I struggled with was obviously in here for the 15-minute time frame zone. We sort of have this. So obviously it comes into the point of interest and starts to obviously break highs. Off the bat, I mean, I marked this is my 15-minute high, and I think that's about probably what I would have put it had I had it marked up previously. I was marking it up live. I don't know why. I don't like this sort of thing as a 15-minute high. I mean, you could maybe include this as well, because this is a nice sort of bullish pull up, but the higher one is what I marked as I was marking it last night. And as you see, we get a couple of tests on it here. And then obviously it comes and wicks it out. I'm assuming that was news. Pardon me. Well, then eventually comes and breaks it up here. Again, it sort of tests it perfectly. And then before it retreats, then breaks it and starts coming back. So obviously where I marked, because I actually marked it wrong initially, but it sort of works out now that today's price action has happened. But obviously as soon as this got broken, then took it, I deleted that zone, and I marked this zone. So we've got a little bit of imbalance in there, and then obviously to the wick low there. So new 15-minute zone. And then obviously this is where I made the mistake, because I was then thinking, well, obviously this is where it comes back into the zone here. I'm just going to turn the agent session off. This is where it comes back into the zone here. And then obviously we start seeing breaks of structure. So I mean, it breaks up above this. This is a clear high, this one here. So 1 minute break of structure there, which we get here. So yesterday I was marking, well, last night I was marking these 1 minute imbalance fills. So I'll just delete that orange zone just so you can sort of see it better. So obviously we've got these imbalance fills here. Possible 1 minute break structure, and then obviously what's happened and played out today is obviously generally I would be saying take your buy off the lowest imbalance fill. So that was what I marked up as an entry. And then, but I was unsure on, because of the price action that played out last night. I think it was yesterday. Obviously I thought this imbalance fill was possibly the move, because obviously we got a bit of a decent push up, and then obviously today's happened and it's actually filled that one, or tapped the entry, what would have been my entry. But obviously we've got let's make that right. So 1.1 pip zone, 2.5 to allow for spreads, things like that. And then obviously it's sort of bought up today. I did think about just sticking a pending on it last night, but I was a bit tired, and because I thought I'd marked it up wrong, or I did mark it up wrong. So my rules are, because from this wick low here to this zone that makes the high there, I'm looking for the 15-minute imbalance in that, which sort of pushes everything along again. So my zone ideally would be, I think the zone would be something like that, the 15. So yeah, that's where I went wrong last night, and obviously that's if I follow my rules to a T. But yeah, I don't know, mate. I don't know what it's going to do. I mean, I'd maybe consider this as a 15-minute high after it creates a new low. So maybe this is the right move, but I don't know, mate. It's difficult. It's messy. But I said I'd do a video and show you. Obviously, it's difficult to explain in text message. So I wanted to show you, mate. So I don't know what it's doing. I'll maybe keep my eye on it and see what presents itself. See what trend lines and that sort of happen. But obviously, weeks ago I posted that we are possibly going to see a new lower low. I mean, it's been heavily downtrending for a while. I'm sort of expecting something like that, but you never know. Anything could happen, obviously, but that was my anticipation from this sort of trade here. So was possibly a new lower low, but yeah, that's it, mate. I don't fully know. I'll see what presents itself. I'll maybe pardon me, just see what happens, and if it now goes on to like give me a decent enough 1 minute breaker structure and start showing bullish momentum, I'll maybe look for a later entry or something like that.